Are you making these 5 mistakes when you're talking to your nurse? 5 mistakes that you really, as a nursing assistant, should not be doing. Why? Well, for one thing, it's going to get you fired. It's going to get you in trouble. And you don't want to be doing that. The nurse is the charge nurse. She's the one you report to. She is your supervisor. So let's take the nurse away. Your supervisor at work. There's a way you're going to be talking to your supervisor. So let's put it in perspective. Your supervisor is the nurse. If you're doing these 5 mistakes, you need to stop them now or you're going to get in trouble. Let's talk about them. Number 1, being rude. Now, I don't understand why people are rude at work. You should not be rude to your supervisor. You can get fired for even lesser things. If the nurse perceives you as being rude and you're talking back to her and you're acting like you cannot be corrected or you cannot be put in the right direction where you should be doing, because some aides are like that. Some aides think that they know it all. Some aides think that, well, the nurse cannot talk to them. If you have that problem, then you're going to have a problem in the healthcare sector. You're going to have a problem working in the nursing home. You're going to have a problem working in the home health sector, in assisted living, anywhere you are going to work as an aide. Because guess who your supervisor is the nurse. There is a way to talk to your supervisor that you don't lose your job, unless you don't want your job. So that is one mistake. Do not be rude to your nurse. She is your supervisor. Do not be talking back to your nurse. Why would you even do that? There are channels to redress and to address things that are not the way they should be or you're not happy with. But being rude to your nurse, having a shouting match, well, okay, you can just say bye to your job. Okay? The second thing is pulling the age card. Oh, you heard me. Pulling the age card. Acting like you're their mother. You're not. A lot of young nurses are in the workforce. People the same age as your kids. I work with very young nurses. Same age as my kids. What am I supposed to do about that? The young shall grow. You were once young, so it doesn't matter. It's like a doctor coming into the hospital and having all these older nurses that are the same age as his grandma. Guess what? They cannot talk down to him. They will not be pulling the age card. So what makes you think you as the age, you can pull the age card over your nurse? Just because what? Your nurse is all of 22. She's your nurse. She is your supervisor. So put that in perspective. Do not get it twisted. Your nurse is your supervisor. It doesn't matter if she's an LPN. Because I know a lot of you aides. You think, oh, well, she's just an LPN. Yes. Why don't you go to LPN school and you also become an LPN? And then you can then say, well, she's just an LPN. You are an aide. Okay, you went to 2-week school, at the most 1 year. I don't even see a 1-year aide school. If it's 1 year, you're probably going to class once a month. You're not a nurse. Do not pull the age card. You're not their mother. You're not their father. They have more in terms of duties, in terms of responsibilities. They've spent time in school more than you, and so that's why they can put those titles beside or in front of the names. LPN, LVN, RN. Okay? There is a difference. So it doesn't matter if they're your granddaughters or your grandson's age. Please don't do that. If you know you're not going to be doing that in other places where you work, your boss is your boss, okay? So if you're doing that mistake, you need to stop, because that's just going to get you fired. It's going to get you in trouble. It's going to make your workplace really unpleasant. And then you're going to be looking for other jobs. Guess where? Anywhere you go to, guess what? You're going to find another nurse. And she's going to be younger than you. Or he's going to be younger than you. He's going to be the same age as maybe your child or your grandbaby. Get over it. The third one is lying about doing your job, your duties, when you haven't done them. Please don't do that. You're going to get caught. You'll get caught. I can tell you right now, your colleagues, your other aides are going to tell on you, because they can tell you're not pulling your weight. And the nurse knows when you've done your job or you haven't. There are actually some nurses, there's some colleagues I work with, they go behind the aide and they check behind them. I really do not micromanage. I don't have the need to control people that way. I don't. It's a waste of time. I have my own job I have to do. But I'm trusting you to do your job. When you don't do your job, I do know too. So don't try to pull a wool over my head, over my eyes. I know. So please, it's very annoying. It's very irritating, and you're going to get written up. So don't lie about things you haven't done. Be truthful. Just let them, hey, look, I couldn't do this. Can I do it at so and such a time? I promise I'm going to do it. Manage your time. There's a video I did about managing time. I talked about, it's one of the tips that I did talk about. But if you want me to do a video about managing time, please let me know. Because when you don't manage your time, things become really overwhelming for you. Then we come to number 4. The number 4 mistake is telling your nurse about her job. Okay, I have worked with aides who play doctor. It's annoying. It's irritating. It's a waste of time. It's really irritating, okay? Now, you as the aide, yes, it's possible that you do know certain things, and I'm not going to undermine that. It's the same thing as a nurse. Remember the analogy I gave of a doctor coming to work? The nurses know, sometimes more than the doctors, but I'm not going to play doctor. I'm not going to tell the doctor how to do his job. I'm going to get creative in staring the doctor in the way that I'm thinking, or in the way that he should be thinking. But remember, he went to medical school. He's the one with the MD or DO in front of his name, not me. We all have our job description. So you as the aide, your job is to do your duties within your scope of practice. And the nurse also does hers. Now, there's nothing wrong in you running your concerns by her. There's nothing wrong in seeing things that you expect should be in the care plan. You know, they're telling you to do this, do that. And you see, say for instance, there's a swelling in your patient's feet, and you're like, oh wait, Nurse Amy, I'm not sure about this. Do you think this person should be on compression stockings, like Ted holes? I don't know, but I just thought I'd mention that because I've been noticing the swelling. Do you see how I put that? It's better than coming to Nurse Amy and say he or she should be on compression stockings. That right there is retention of fluid. That's edema. What? You need to stop. So that's another mistake. Please don't do it. It's annoying, and it's really annoying. So don't do it. Don't do it. Nobody likes a smart aleck or smart ass. It's irritating, and you might actually get in trouble for it. A lot of times, and I have worked with aides who do that, who actually just misdiagnose. It's like, I remember a certified nursing assistant who will come to me like, such and such is doing this, I think she is having some anxiety attack. She probably needs her to be put on Ativan. Is she on Ativan? If not, there should be a prescription for that, or Xanax. What was that? What was that? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then the 5th one is giving wrong vitals, giving wrong reports. Don't do that. First of all, let me tell you, just in case you don't know, If you give wrong vitals, you know those vitals are written down, right? So if anything happens for whatever reason, wrong medication is given, there's a fall, the patient falls or starts to vomit, or there's a change in mental status, guess what? It's going to come back to you because you gave the vitals. So don't give wrong vitals. It will come back to bite you. Don't give wrong reports. If a patient had a fall, you better be saying they had a fall, because guess what? Those bruises are going to show up. Fracture. And the patient will also tell on you. So don't give wrong reports. Do not be rude to your nurse. Be very aware of your body language. Be aware. Don't play the mother or play the dad. Nobody cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares that you're working with your grandkids. Nobody cares. And please don't play doctor. If I've given you value for the 5 mistakes that you as a certified nursing assistant make when you're speaking or giving a report to your nurse, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell and share my videos. Okay, so be careful and avoid these mistakes, and I can assure you, you're going to be having pleasant work experience. I'll see you in the next video.